Alright, what's going on, folks? It's the Old Soldier coming at you this morning from Roberts County, North Carolina, where it got cold last night. I think it's going to be cold again tonight from what they're saying. A little cold spell coming through. I know some of y'all up in the northern states, it got even colder than what it got here. Down here it got to 37 this morning. And I know a lot of y'all, it got below freezing where you're at. Many of you are wondering, where did spring go? Well, spring's still here. Go back and look in history books. Once in a blue moon, you get one more cold snap before spring fully sets in. I can remember, it says late 90s here. It's snowing the last day of April. Things happen. So, anyway, as for you, Brother Kyle, just going to talk about some gear today. Just a couple items. One of which I was wearing in my video last night, and some people were asking, was this Rhodesian? Well, to answer your question, it's not authentic Rhodesian. It's a reproduction jacket from What Price Glory. And it's, in all my research, even the Rhodesians didn't have this particular style. They had something similar, but not exactly this one. This is what South Africans dubbed as a slingvel. Don't ask me to translate Afrikaans for you, but it's basically their version of a parachute smock. Okay. Well, What Price Glory has taken some Rhodesian pattern camouflage material he had, and then taken the South African pattern for a slingvel and put it together to make a slingvel with Rhodesian camouflage. That's where I got it from, guys. What Price Glory. I'll put a link down below in the description. A lot of people refer to Rhodesian camouflage as brushstroke, the way it was used. And it's a fairly effective pattern, at least I think. And around here, even though this is not the South African, Mid-African part of the world, this is still effective in the scrub brush we got around here in North Carolina. But this is a really heavy cotton twill jacket. I forget, I think it was like $99 and some change. Seems pretty rugged too. Got the elbow reinforcements, pockets are reinforced. So anyway, just to answer that question, folks. Now, What Price Glory does make reproduction Rhodesian uniforms, the actual style that the Rhodesian security forces actually wore throughout their history. For more information on that, Osprey Books carries a whole series on the African Bush Wars. They've got one specifically geared to the Rhodesian security forces, one to the South African Defense Forces. Go check them out. All right, the other piece I want to talk about is an early Father's Day present I got from my son, and it's this little number. It is the K-Bar TDI Pocket Strike, YTDI Tactical Defense Institute, and it was designed by a Mr. John Benner, a 33-year police lieutenant. I forget what department, and it's a pretty interesting little tool. You're actually supposed to put your index finger through it, and there you go. Okay, now you got something to carry on your belt. And I asked my son when he got his, is this thing legal to carry in North Carolina? And he said he looked it up, and I said, well, I'm just going to have to take that from you. He said, no, Dad. And he got me one. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's a short little blade, but I think it could do what it's supposed to do for sure. So yeah, that's something that might, if it's legal in your state, you might want to consider. Don't say that I said it's legal in your state, because I have no idea. But check out your state laws on things like that. And if you're allowed, add it to your kit. Started carrying mine yesterday. And I carry my other stuff too. Now, something else I want to recommend to you. You can get these. I got these off Amazon. Let's see if they actually got a website on here where you can order them from directly if you want to go that route. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This one apparently does not. Learn to start carrying. Oh yeah, here we go. www.excellobrands.com. Let's see if I can get that thing to focus in where you can see that. Alright, and I'll put the link down below if I can remember. I've got two taped together, one with regular lines. But another thing, the other one they carry, and the reason I say I recommend you getting these, small graph paper. Well, why is that important, old soldier? Carry a little notebook with you, and of course this one says field book, that kind of thing. Why is it important to carry something like this with you? Go back to what I was talking about a few weeks ago about networks. Might need to take some notes to take back when you have your get-togethers to exchange things. The graph paper is great if you need to draw a hasty sketch of something, that kind of thing. Notes that you can take. You need to peel off a page and put it in a discrete location for someone else to find at a later date. You know, you got that. You can also get the Write in the Rain ones. I've got some Write in the Rain tablets too. Speaking of which, bear with. I'm going to show you something else you might want to get. Okay. These are made by the Write in the Rain company. If you don't know what those are, anybody that's been in the military can tell you, but it's your standard range card. And on the back of it, it's got grid line paper as well. Now you're saying, well, old soldier, why is range cards important? Well, again, if you have to say prepare a position at your homestead, it's a good way of lining things out. You don't necessarily have to use this for weapons and placement like the military does, but it can give you a quick reference overview of your area, and you can make notes, key points, things to keep eyes on, that kind of thing. Good to have. And I've got another one here on my battle board pocketbook that I got that comes pre-laminated. It's a little bit larger, and you can, and of course this book's got a laminated pocket to put it in, so you can take these stat letter markers. These are water soluble, and I don't know if you can see, let me see if I can get it. You can draw on this. Say if you need to draw out whatever you're going to do. And it's a quick reference if you're out and about. Okay, I got this going on over here. I got this going on over here. You can look at it. You can tie it in with a map of your surroundings. All right? Now, if you're saying, well, what do I need a map of my surroundings for? Like I said to y'all, I've already ordered a map of my area. I've got one. Okay? And some adjacent areas. They're 1/24,000. Which is more of a survey scale than anything, but they do make protractors for them. You can use the military grid reference system with it. You can also use the long lat with them, all right? And you can get them from, if you go on, the National Geological Survey webpage, you can pull up your state, and you can order these maps, okay? And you're saying to yourself, well, what do I need that for? Well, you can pull up a map of your area on your smartphone if you got one, because it's relying off of GPS and Google. We all know how Google respects your privacy. But when the crap hits the fan, chances are some of them satellites are going to go. Okay? Good paper map, compass, and a protractor could help you. Another thing that you want to add to your repertoire. She had, I'm gonna have to scold Mrs. Old Soldier. She keeps hiding my stuff. Anyway, is get you a road atlas. You younger kids don't know what a road atlas is. It was the predecessor to the GPS. I'm going to skin Mrs. Old Soldier. I met this guy and I fell in love. Incarnation. Funny and charming. And crazy. Really crazy. He'd been in Vietnam and hadn't gotten all the demons out, I guess. And one day I woke up and... Well, I'm going to have to apologize for that, folks. I had it in here, and I do not know where she said it. Yes, I said she. Sometimes she'll move my books around, not tell me where she puts them. But yeah, get you a road atlas. Come in handy. And again, it's a backup to the electronic media that sadly too many of us have become dependent on. And that, but I'm going to pause this for a second. I got to find this and show it to you, because this one's even better than a regular road atlas, so stand by. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. I'm not quite as collected today as I ought to be. An Atlas Gazetteer. Okay, I'm probably pronounced that wrong. The reason I like this one opposed to a regular ordinary atlas is that when you get to a certain area, for example, this is Statesville, North Carolina, it really gives you a detailed overlay of the streets around the cities and the towns, that kind of thing. Okay. Good for navigating. And again, like I said, when your electronic technology fails you, okay, it also has, I don't know if you can see it here or not, try and turn it to where you can. On the margins over here, you can actually see the lat longs to help you if you're using a protractor and a compass to determine coordinates, to narrow in to places where you might be at, okay? So, and of course that can be for plotting a cache point. You need to set up a rally point, a pickup, a drop off, all kinds of things. I would highly recommend you at least get one for the state that you live in. And if you live close to a bordering or accompanying, border state, you may want to think about getting the one that borders it. For me, my next step is to order the one for South Carolina and Virginia, and I'll probably eventually get the one for Tennessee. It's kind of my area of movement, if you will, right now with the things that are going on in this world. So I just thought I'd share that with you today. One more quick note. When you if you decide to order this is from Battle Boards, okay? And when I got it, it came with, no, it didn't. I had to order this separate, but it gets you one of these little Write in the Rain notebooks too. Because in the back of it, it gives you all your reporting formats the military uses. It also gives you symbols for doing range card. Another good one, how to do a sector diagram. Now you're saying to yourself, well, what's that important for? Again, if you have to bunker in place to your home, whatever the case may be, that'll be a handy skill to have, so you can lay things out on your property and have a quick reference to go to find them. Okay? And no, I'm not trying to predict gloom and doom, folks. But as we all know right now, we've got no leadership at the national level. Let me say that again. There is no leadership at the national level. We have a clown and a Jezebel in that office. who have brought on communists, perverts, and pedophiles to run the government. Okay? And if we know anything about anything, we're pretty sure that the individual that our current thief in chief served under as VP is really pulling the shot, calling shots and pulling the strings, who in turn is being manipulated by one individual we all know. And I'm not going to say his name because, the YouTube bullcrap alcohol rhythms, they may try to take this one down too, saying that I'm spreading false political information now. Kind of like when they took down my one about the for spreading false medical information. No, I stated fact. Just like there's a study out now that has been released. I said it was Stanford University that released it, stating that masks don't work. Which is something I think most of us that watch this channel know. So, outside of my doctor's appointment, I don't wear one. I just don't wear one. And as my son told me, it works in an emergency room in the medical field. The virus is 0.25 microns. The N95 will only stop 0.5 microns. And like someone once told me too, the people that are working in the labs handling these things, you see them in full-blown biosuits. But they think a piece of Chinese people are going to protect us. So anyway, that's all I got for today, folks. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay armed. Keep your eyes open. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your ear to the ground. Watch out for yourselves. Watch out for your people in your network. Okay? Link up, talk, gather information. Share with other networks if you think it's viable to them to know. All right? Start building now. And, I hope the time doesn't ever come that we'll have to do what I'm thinking we're going to have to. But if you haven't been getting ready, start now. All right? And I'm just going to close. Stay safe out there, like I always say. But more so now than ever, is there's, scrutinous eyes everywhere. Okay? Till then, let's talk to y'all folks tomorrow. God bless. Take care. Soul Soldier out.